Shalom, and welcome to Hebraic Thought. I'm Morey Attar, and I'm thrilled to share my journey with you. Here, you'll find a mix of culture, archaeology, paleography, and inspiration. Join me as we explore both ancient and modern concepts through Torah. I can't wait to hear your thoughts and see your comments below. Follow me on your social media. You can donate via the PayPal link or Cash App, $Tevin Attar.
Shalom, shalom. I hope all is well. I appreciate you for tuning in. We about to get started in 1 second. Let me pull my screens up because this is what we call struggle streaming. If you give me one moment, I'll be all situated. So today we are going to be going to, let me show y'all where we at. All right, we're going to Bereshit chapter 26 verses 6 through, what's our reading for today? 6 through 12. We're going to be reading in Hebrew. All right, we're going to, as traditional, we're going to be reading in English and in Hebrew. So I haven't set up my top right screen, so y'all are in for a treat. Y'all can actually just tune in while I set up my top right screen. Alright, no, is that already in use? Top right screen. Alright, you know what? Let me do another one. Top right screen too. Yo, so this is what we call just getting it together, man. Okay, there we go. So y'all can see that. Give me a second while I set this up. And the website I'm going to is called Shar Shalom. They have a Hebrew to English, or they have Hebrew on one side and English on the other side. I'll even zoom in a second so you guys can keep up. All right, but we are going to Bereshit chapter 26, and we're going to start at verse 6. So we're going to start right here. So I wanted to show, I'm kind of showing my setup a little bit so you can get an idea of how to set yours up. Just to give you an idea of what you can do. So I'm going to be bouncing between a couple different screens. And I'm also going to the trusty, dusty blue letter. So as y'all can see, I got the English here. I got the Hebrew here. We want to break stuff down. And then whenever I want to jump to up here and we want to read it from here, we can read it from here. Now, I'll probably read it from here primarily, unless I see a word and we want to break it down. But other than that, that's how we're gonna do it for today. I'm gonna put some music on. Let's get it cracking, and let's go. That sound mad loud. I hope it ain't too loud, but it sounds crazy loud in my ear. So, anyways, let's get it cracking. And this is only Bereshit chapter 6. I'm sorry, Bereshit chapter 26, verse 6 through 12. Right. So here we go. So I always read in English first, and then I read in Hebrew. So. And Yitzchak dwelt in Gerar. Vayeshev Yitzchak Bijrar. So the bait is in, followed by the shua. So bij. So that's really a J. It's not a G in this case. Bijrar. So when you understand and learn Hebrew grammar, you understand that the words typically flow from in the beginning, harder sounds, and they flow through to softer sounds, right? It helps with your speech and pronouncing things. All right, verse 7. And the men of the place asked him of his wife, and he said, She is my sister, for he feared to say my wife, lest, said he, the men of the place should kill me for Rivkah, because she was fair to look upon. Now, we recently saw this very same situation with his Abba, where Pharaoh and the people of the land took Sarai, or Sarah, into his house, right? They got her for Sarah, they got Sarah for Pharaoh, right? So this is kind of like a wicked, a very wicked, I don't want to say manner, policy, system, or a very wicked operation that many of these nations had, where they would see this beautiful woman, or a fair woman, a woman that was attractive, and if she was with a brother, she was with somebody, whatever, and they would snatch her up, right? There's like, it's just taking women. Like, these women belong to someone, right? They were sometimes married, or they were unmarried in the process of being suited for a husband. But if you went around the heathen, you went around these goy, you went around these low lifes, you know, they would just snatch up your chick, man. Like, very low down practices. Like, we never approve of nothing like that. It should be a from father to father, or uncle to other patriarch, or a male relationship that's established, so the female is considered in this process, not you just taking her and snatching her. All right. So Vayishalu an she hamechom le ishto vayomer achoti hiv ki yeri limor ishti pen Yahar Juni Anshe Hamekom al Rivkah ki Tovath Mar'e he. Alright, verse 8. And it came to pass, when he had been there a long time, that Abimelech, king of the Philistines, looked out a window and saw, and behold, Yitzchak was sporting with Rivkah, his wife. So the king of the Philistines looked out. They see this man sporting with his wife. Does that give you the right to snatch this man's wife up? Not at all. And that's not what it's saying, but we're just gonna keep it pushing. Waihiki arihulo sham. Oh, let me run my mouth so you can follow along. So Waihiki erihulo sham hayamim wayashkif Avimelech melech Palestine be'ad hachalon wayar wehene Yitzchak mezachich et Rivkah Ishto, his wife. And Abimelech called Yitzchak and said, Behold, of a surety she is thy wife. And how sayest thou, She is my sister? And Yitzchak said unto him, Because I said, lest I die because of her. So again, this is the wickedness of these people. This is the wickedness of these lands, where men don't value another man. Period, point blank. That's really what it boils down to. You don't value another man when you just snatch up a woman, because that woman didn't just pop up out of thin air, right? She always belongs to a man. That man could be either her husband, it could be her father, it could be her uncle, her grandfather, her brother. She always is attached to some man, unless she's a widow, right? Unless she is husbandless, fatherless, like they don't exist. But there's always an attachment that must and should and needs to be respected. But when people don't respect men, they tend to pillage the weaker vessels, which are their women. All right. I don't think I read 9, so I read 9. Vayikra Abimelech leYitzchak vayomer ad ak hene ishteka hi ve'ek emarta achoti hi vayomer Eliv Yitzchak ki emarti pen emut emalicha Eleha. So you got Eleha. Hopefully y'all can see where I'm at. Eleha right there. Eleha. And Abimelech said, "What is this thou hast done unto us? One of the people might easily have lain with thy wife, and thou wouldest have brought guiltiness upon us. Well, if your customs and practices weren't wicked from the beginning, this wouldn't even be a problem. This wouldn't even be an issue." You feel what I'm saying? So when your foundation is jacked up, of course the people are gonna be jacked up. Of course you're gonna bring judgment upon your people because your foundation is jacked up. All right. Vayomer Abimelech mazoth eshitha leinu kemat shechav echad he'am eth ishtecha vehivitha elenu otham. All right. So look, I don't profess to be the fastest, quickest Hebrew reader. Don't even bother me. My goal is to read and do and practice and get better. So hopefully you get something out of this. Hopefully you're able to read along. And if you can speed past me. I ain't tripping. This is just practice for me. You know what I mean? So, are you not entertained? This is Sparta! You know, understand that this is Sparta, man. This is just the work that's done to always improve. Verse 11. And Abimelech charged all the people, saying, "He that touches this man or his wife shall surely be put to death." Now, why is this man so emboldened to say that he that touches this man and his woman shall be put to death? Because he understood, or he may have even heard of what happened in time past by the judgment that comes upon you from taking a woman that is married, right? Dealing with her in the manner of adultery. You will bring upon the wrath of the Creator amongst your society. And he was very well aware of that, and that is why, in my opinion, he was obstinate about not touching this man's wife. And I'll read verse 11 in Ibrit. All right. Waizav Abimelech et kol he'am limor had nogia beish hazeh uve ishto mot yumath. All right, that has to mean time you see mot, but that's dealing with death. You out of here. Verse 12. This is our final verse. Tiger uppercut. We ran through it pretty quick, y'all. It's been awesome. And Yitzchak sowed in that land and found in the same year 100-fold, and Yehovah blessed him. Verse 12 in Ibrit. Vayizra Yitzchak be'aretz hahi vayimza bashana hahiv miyah she'arim verechihu Yehovah. All right, so this is what people always want to argue about. How do you pronounce Yod Hey Wav Hey? Well, if you know any Ivrit, right? If you know some grammar rules, right? Let's go through why this is Yehovah. Yeh, in this instance, the inflection is Yeh, so that's Yod Shawah, Hey Wav Kameh Say. So this Wav Kamei Say makes the Wa sound. Wa. Right? But here, typically you see a Cholam above the Hey, but here it's only the Shwa, so it's Yehwa. Yehwa. But let me show you something. If we go to Bereshit, I want to say 2 and verse 6. We go to verse 7, all right? Wayizir Yehwa. So here they've redacted and taken out the Cholam above the Hey. So if you hang on for a second, let's go over here and let's look at this in Blue Letter Bible. Let's see how Blue Letter Bible has it. And we go down to verse 12 right here. And we go here. It says Yahweh as well. Right? But when we go here, what do we see? Yehovah. Alright? If we go to H3064, Yehovah. 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 Alright? The existing one. But we always want to look at the inflected sense. So now if we go to Genesis, if we go to Bereshit 2, give me 1 second, y'all. I'd like to keep the music rolling. Let's go to Bereshit 2. And what was that? 12. They got it as that. Oh, I'm sticking. I mean 6. Let's go to Genesis 2. And verse 7. Stick on verse 7. How do they have it in verse 7? And so 7, let's show the cancellation marks. Alright. So inflected, they have Yahweh. Yahweh. Now the root, Strong's 3068, is Yehovah. Alright. The existing one, this is the let's go back. Let me go back 1 second. I hate when this happens. If I can't see it, 1 second. Don't get, what am I doing? Man, what I just do? Hold on 1 second, folks. Trying to find this arrow. Okay, here we go. So the thing we always want to be mindful of is right here. Alright, basically the inflected state simply means how does it appear in the text. Right? So the word is here, right here, Yehovah, right here, Yehwah, Yehwah, Yehwah. Alright? So we see it Wayizir, Yehwah Elohim et he Adam, Afar min he Adama Wayipach Be'apaiv Nishmat Hayom Wayhi Ha'adam Lefanesh Haya. Alright? So what does all of that mean? What is all that talking about? What is all that going into? It's basically a showing that in the inflected state it's Yahweh, but the root, right, standing alone by itself, it's showing as Yehovah, right? And let's go back and show that one more time. All right, Yehovah, and that's H3068. All right, so we see the Yod, we see the Shawah. We know the Yod makes the Ya, the Shawah makes the short E or Eh. We have a Hey, we have a Cholam above the Wav, so that's Yeho. Then we have a Wav, we have a Kamei Say. Kamei Say makes the Ah sound. So we put all of that together, we have Yehovah. It's in your blue letter. It's there. And that concludes, let's make sure we finish our reading first. 1 second, let me go back. Yeah. Oh, was it over here? Yeah, it was over here. Hold on, y'all. Hold up. Let me make sure I got the right. Let's go back here. So that concludes Bereshit chapter 26, verses 6 through 12. Did I read this, y'all? Je a reem why yeah, I did read this. So I hope you got something out of this. This was me doing my daily Aliyah. This is the second Aliyah. This is in the Parsha of Toldot. So Toldot is a Parsha that we go through yearly, and thankfully this particular Aliyah portion was not a long Aliyah portion because some of them can whip your butt. Thankfully today we don't really have that issue. So I hope you got something out of this. If you have any questions, feel free to leave me something in the comments, and I will see you in the next Parsha study or Aliyah study, whichever comes first.